welcome to Cincinnati Playhouse in the Park. My name is Miss Ernaisja, and we will be doing classical musical theater dance. So before I begin, let me give you a quick safety and introduction. Make sure that you have enough space wherever you are because you are going to be moving. Make sure you do not harm your body in any way. If you need to pause the video at any time, do that. If you need to take a break, run to the restroom. If you need to pause and rewind to watch a step again, if I'm talking too fast. If you need to pause the video and get some water because hydration is important, do that. Excellent. Anytime you need, pause the video. Last but not least, have fun. I want you to make the dance your own. Our bodies are different, so have fun, make bold choices, and let's get to it. So, before we begin, we must always do a physical warm-up. Dance is exercise, dance is a physical activity, so you don't want to hurt yourself, pull any muscles or anything like that. So I'm going to do a full body physical warm-up. We'll be isolating each part, so all you have to do is follow along with me. Ready? Just follow along with me. And starting with our head, this way, center, that way, center. This way, center, that way, center. Going up, up, center, down, center, up, center, down, center. Now tilt, tilt, center, tilt, center, tilt, center, tilt, around the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To our shoulders, up. Double time, 1. And now we're gonna roll them back, 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 and forward. Now we're gonna isolate our ribs, just our rib cage, all right? Get into a plie. Now, this way, center, that way, center. This way, center, that way, center. Now, out, center, in, center, out, center, in. Now our hips, make them big circles. Big circles. Now your other hip, go. 5, 6, now we're gonna move to our feet. I want you to go plie, center, releve, center. Plie, center, releve, center. Now stretch up. And here, here, hold it. Roll up slowly. Good job. All right, so for our basic dance steps today, we are first going to talk about the 3 parts of our foot. Show me your foot. Excellent. So it's very important to know the 3 different parts. First, we have the heel. This part right here is the heel of our foot. There'll be dance moves where you use it to twist and all this good things. That's the heel. Now we have, of course, our toe here. Toe. We don't do a lot of things on our toe unless you're like a professional ballet dancer who's been trained and using the proper shoes. We don't really want to use our toes too much. Okay? But we will use this next part of our foot a lot. It is called the ball of our foot. The ball of our foot is right here. It's that kind of, you can feel it, right? It's right in between the toes and the arch. This is where we're going to do a lot of movement. So we have our heel, we have our toe, and we have the ball of our foot right there. Now, one thing to know about dance is weight transfer. This is super important. This is in pretty much every dance move, transferring your weight from foot to foot. So I would like you to stand on one foot. Now, make sure you balance, breathe. Right now, I have all of my weight on this foot. So if I take a step, a full step, and I go on this foot, I have transferred all of my weight to this foot. If I put my feet like this, I have my weight on both. That means I can go either direction right now. Where am I going to go? But if I put all of my weight, like I will on a lot of dance moves, on this foot, that means this other foot is completely free, which means the next dance step, the next move I do, will be on that foot. Now I have my weight here, which means this foot is free and I can do the next step here. So that is called transferring our weight, putting our weight onto the different parts of our body and shifting the weight, transferring the weight. So I can put all of my weight on my whole foot. I can partially change my weight. And let's say I have my foot on the ball here. I have partially put my weight here, and then I can transfer it back full here. So I will talk a lot about weight transferring throughout the video, so make sure that you are putting the weight on the proper foot, all right? So this comes in handy because our next dance technique is called the step touch. Classic dance move. You can make it as simple or as whatever you want, but it's all about stepping and touching. So that means I am going to put my weight in a full step. Step means full weight on a foot. Step on the foot. Pick a foot. I have stepped here. Now when I say touch, touch means I am only placing my foot on the ball of the foot. Ball right here. So if I touch my foot and I place my foot on the ball, I haven't put my whole weight on this foot here, which means I am free to pick it up and do the next dance move. In this case, it's going to be another step. And we're going to touch on the ball and pick it up again, step and touch, step and touch, step and touch. So when I touch, it's on the ball of my foot, my whole weight is not there, which means I can pick it up and place it, okay? Got it? So step, touch, step, touch. A step touch is very basic, and I can make it as simple as I need to, or I can add in arms and do all these other things, but my body is still stepping, touch, stepping, touch, stepping, touch, stepping, touch. Got it? Now, our next move, we're going to work on our pivot step. Now, this right here, very important to know. When I do a pivot, repeat after me, I do not take my feet off the ground, okay? A pivot is a turn, and your body does not actually you're not going to pick your foot up, and I will show you what I mean. So when I do a pivot step, I am going to first step, right? So that means I took a step, my whole weight is on this foot. Now I am going to pivot on the balls of my feet, balls. I'm going to basically just pick up my heels and turn around. Did I pick my foot up? I did not. All I did was turn around on the balls of my feet. So now, right, I kind of have like a partial weight transfer here. I'm kind of on both, right? But I'm going to pick up this back foot here, step again, and then pivot on the balls of my feet. That is what's important. Also good to know, you don't want to go opposite of your body. What I mean by that is, when I step here, where is the open space? My body is open here. I'm pivoting in that direction. If I do it this way first, same thing. If I take a step here, where is my body open to, the front of my body? This way. So that means I'm going to pivot in that direction. Because if I pivot in the wrong direction, what is this? From this way, what is this? No, I want to make sure I pivot to the open space, all right? Okay, so our two dance steps for today are step, touch, step, touch, step, pivot, step, pivot. Now, let's combine that with our first across the floor. We're going to do our jazz walk today. A jazz walk means I am going to roll my shoulders back, have my back nice and straight. I am going to be on the balls of my feet right here, the balls of my feet, and I'm going to walk straight. There you go, walk straight, keeping that posture. And as you can see, I am on the balls of my feet. Don't let your heels touch the ground. All right, so make sure you have enough space and do some jazz walks across the floor with me. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk, 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 walk. Good. Now, let's fancify it up. We are going to do 4 jazz walks, and then we're going to pivot. We're going to step, pivot, step, pivot. That's jazz walk, jazz walk, jazz walk, jazz walk, step, pivot, step, pivot. Let me show you. Get into our jazz walk position. On the balls of my feet, I'm going to walk, 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 walk. Now, step, pivot, pick this back foot up, step, pivot. And walk, walking in place, because I don't have room. Step, pivot, step, pivot. If you have enough room, I want you to do 2, okay? Let's try to do 2 rotations of that. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, 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 step. Pivot, step, pivot, walk, 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 step, pivot, step, pivot. Awesome. If you need to, pause the video, rewind, and do that as many times as you need. Excellent. So now, let's get to some choreo. The best thing about musical theater dance is that the dance is one of the elements that's all telling the story of the musical, right? The acting, the dialogue, the singing, the lyrics, and the dance are all working together to help further the narrative. So I like to make sure that when I'm teaching musical theater dance, what story am I telling? So for today's dance, we are going to be telling the story of the cool character. Yes, I want you to imagine that you are in front of your audience and you are the character who is so cool. You're probably coming in during the first half, the middle part of Act 1. Will this character be the protagonist's best friend? Will they be their enemy? We don't know, but you got to make your entrance and you got to be real cool. Okay? So everything you do, I want you to ooze your unique cool out of it. So the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to snap on the 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want you to make sure you are looking at your audience. You're so cool. You're going to snap, 2, 3, 4. You own the stage right now. And then you're going to snap on a step touch. A step touch, step touch, step touch, step touch. The touches are going to be on the and counts. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. All right? Let's do that from the top. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Excellent. Now, after that, I want you to continue to step. Keep that step as you're going. We're going to add in some jazz hands up here. And I want to give some shoulder shimmies going on, all right? So we're going to keep that step that we're doing. But now we're going to add shoulder shimmies and jazz hands to about the middle, right? And these are jazz hands, people. I want to see those jazz hands really going. Stretch those fingers out nice and wide, all right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. To finish off that 8 count, I'm then going to take 5, 6, 7, 8. Keeping my jazz hands, I'm going to take 4 jazz walks forward. All right, let's go from the top with music. All righty. Hear the song. Let's find that beat first. All right, you hear the beat? Hear it? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me those jazz hands. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Jazz walk. Own that stage, own that stage, own that stage, own that stage. Good job. So, now that's our first 2 8 counts. Our next 8 count, after we have jazz walked to the front and we have garnered the audience's attention, we will then do a step pivot, right? So I want you to make sure you play with the audience. Step, hey, pivot, step, and pivot, all right? That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So then you're going to step touch to the side, step touch, and then back the other way. Step, touch, touch. Make sure you are playing, eyeing the audience the whole entire time. They love it. So, from that 8 count again, after I jazz walk to the front, I'm going to step, pivot, then step, touch, step, touch. Then I'm going to basically glide back, glide. I'm like sliding my foot across here. Glide on the balls of my feet, and then I'm going to step out. I'm kind of side foot, balls, side of your toe. Put those arms out nice and wide, and classical musical theater, pop at the end, pop, as you finish off your number, all right? So from the top, I'll do the whole thing, then we'll do it with music, okay? 5, 6, 7, you're so cool, and snap, 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 then step, step, give me those jazz hands, shimmy, 3, 4, on the stage, walk, 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 play with the audience, pivot, pivot, now I'm so cool, step, touch, now glide, 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 big finish, 7 and 8, you pop on the 8, excellent, let's do it with music. Feel the beat, ready? 5, 6, 7, snap it up, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and step, touch, 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 give me shoulder shimmies, shimmy, shimmy, on the stage, 1, 6, 7, play with the audience, step, pivot, I'm so cool, step, touch, glide, 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 big finish, and pop. Good job! Make sure you pause the video, rewind, do that as many times as you want. Show your friends and family. Now, as we warmed up, we must always cool down as well, all right? So, follow along with me as we do a quick cool down. Throughout this cool down, make sure you are breathing in deep. Arms out. Stretch back. Breathe in and out. Stretch to the side. Down. Grab your elbows and just hang, breathing in and out. Go down to the ground, stretch out, point those toes, and stretch in the middle, pointing and flexing, stretch to the side, the side, and roll up nice and slow. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun. See you next time.